What is going on, guys? It's Weds again with another video from the Witch Screen Destiny 2, and today we are going to talk about the new crafting system that Destiny just implemented. So we're gonna make our way to the enclave, and then if you don't know how to get there, it's right here on the map, and then just make your way there, and then let's go inside where we're going to make the magic happen. Now, the crafting system, how does it work in Destiny 2? So in Destiny 2 right now, you can craft a weapon, or you can shape it. That's the name of it. You can shape or reshape or craft, whatever you want to call it, a weapon to make it the way you want, to make it get the perks that you want. Now, the way you do this, you need to come to this relic, the Resonance engine, and then once you come in there, you have the option to shape or reshape. Shape is just create a brand new weapon, and reshape is just basically you modify a weapon you already crafted and you want to change the perks. Like you didn't like it, now you want to change it to make it the way you want because you have more materials and stuff like that. So if you go into the shape, then you're gonna have the option to shape the weapons, and then you're gonna see what you have available. Now, before you go and do any of this, the first thing you need to do, you need to make sure that you have the pattern, or let's call it the blueprint for the weapon that you want to craft. So you go to your triumphs and then go where it says patterns and catalysts, and here in there you can see all the weapons and you will see what you have available. Now, if you say, for instance, for auto rifle, and we have this one come to pass, where it says right here, it says pattern progress, and I don't have any progress, that means it's not completed, then I can't do anything. But if I go down here in the SMG, and you'll see I have the one for the new exotic SMG, the pattern progress. I already shaped this weapon, I already have it and use it and all that stuff. As you can see, for this one, for instance, I don't have the pattern for it yet, so I don't have any progress. I can't do anything with it. But if I want to do something with the SMG, for instance, I can just go to the machine. I can either shape or reshape it. Let's say, since I already shaped it, let's say that I want to reshape the weapon, where I want to change some stuff with it. You have to make sure that you play with the weapon and then you make some progress towards the weapon. And for instance, I am level 5 with this weapon because I've been playing with it. Let's see what we can do with the weapon. Now, I'll let you know, you cannot reshape or shape a weapon if it is equipped. So in order for me to do this, I need to make sure that it is not equipped, and then I also make sure that it is not locked. If it's locked, you won't be able to do anything with it, so make sure that stuff happens. Now, when you look at what I have on this weapon right now, for the first one, for the barrel, I have polygonal rifling. If I want to switch that, I can use any of those other ones, but the ones that I want, it's not unlocked yet. I have to be level 8, so I wouldn't do anything with that for now, because I'm going to leave that alone. But if I were to go over the steady rounds, now for steady round, what I have available for me are all those. It's based on the level that you are with the weapon. I don't want flared magwell. I would want accurate round. I can get that because I am not level 7 with the weapon. I'm only level 5. Now let's go over for this one. I don't have any option because that's the trait of the weapon. It comes like that. You can change that one. Now for this option, I have those options right here. I can switch to one of those, and it costs me 150 neutral element. Now we will talk about the materials in a minute, so I'm just giving you an example of what you can work with in a weapon right now. And then the next thing is going to be the catalyst, and for the catalyst, I already made a video about this, tell you that you need to be level 10 to be able to get the catalyst with this weapon, and it's going to change the way the weapon works. So we're not there yet. So that's the example how you can reshape a weapon that you already crafted. Now let's talk about shaping a brand new weapon or crafting a new weapon. Let's say that. So I would go to shape, and let's go for one that you already have a pattern for. I know I have a pattern for a rocket launcher, so I was going to take an example of the rocket launcher, and I have the red herring here. So I would be able to click on this one, and then I'm going to shape this weapon. Now your first option is going to be the frame. It's going to be the adaptive frame, so I can put that on there. And then you're going to go in line and then choose all the other perks based on what you want. Now you don't have anything else unlocked except for this generic one, so you can just go ahead and pick what you want to shape the weapon. And then eventually, once you already finish shaping the weapon and you level it up, you'll be able to get some of the better perks because based on the level. All right, say that I already create the weapon, I shape the weapon and everything like that. So now I level up the weapon, I need to reshape the weapon. So since I already craft one of those rocket launchers, so let's go and see what we can do. So let's go ahead and try this one right here. And this is the one I had already crafted. So like I said, you need to make sure that it is unlocked, and I'm gonna unlock this before I can do anything with it. And then now I can try to work it out where I can reshape it. And you're gonna see all the options that I have available based on the level of the weapon. Now I already showed you about the SMG, which is the highest level that I have, but with this one, I'm not high level with it. It's just for the example of this video. So you would have to go and then choose the perks that you want based on the level. So for instance, if I wanted enhanced tracking, then I would have to be level 16 with the weapon, and then I would just pick that perk and then make it work for me. But if I just want the regular tracking, since that weapon doesn't have tracking right now, then I would have to be level 13 and then add tracking to it, and then I would go on my merry way. And eventually, if I wanted to make it better and I wanted the enhanced tracking, then I would come here and then do it. As long as I have the materials and I have the level, and I should be good to go. And then I would reshape the weapon. All right, now you know how to shape and reshape the weapon. Now, what do you need to shape and reshape weapons? So you are going to need the material. Besides having the patterns, you are going to need some materials that you can farm for in the game. Now, the first thing that you're going to need, you're going to need glimmers. You're going to need resonant alloys. Let me show you an example. For instance, if you go to your inventory, you will see that you have this resonant alloy that is in your inventory. Now you get those, you can either get those by dismantling, so some of those weapons, or you can just maybe get them from playing activities in the game, and they should be able to drop for you. And you also going to need some of those stuff for the higher tier stuff, and then you should be good to go. Now let's go over some of the other stuff that you are going to need, although I do not have them in my inventory, but I can tell you what you're going to need. Again, I already mentioned you're going to need glimmer, resonant alloys, ascendant alloys, which I show you an example of in my inventory, and you're going to have something called resonant elements. The resonant elements, there's a lot of other stuff that come with that. You have ruinous element, you have adroit elements, you also have mutable elements, you have energetic elements, you also have drown elements. Those are a lot of stuff that you're going to need. Every single one of them has something to do with the damage, with the weapon's performance, also have to do with the perks of the weapon. Now, to show you an example what I'm talking about, the elements that you're going to need, let's look at these weapons right here that I have. It's already attuned. Now, when you want to talk about attunement, whenever you have those weapons with the red border, that means you can go work with those weapons, and then you can get the Deepsight resonance. Now, for the Deepsight resonance, what that is some elements that are inside the weapon that you can extract and then use them towards your reshaping and shaping of a weapon. So for instance, this one right here, because I already attuned it, I got a droid element, and I also have neutral element. Those are elements or materials that you are going to need to reshape the weapon, and you can get those elements inside the weapons one time only. So how you do this? First, you attune the weapon, and the way you attune the weapon is to go use the weapon, kill enemies with the weapons, because whenever you get the weapons that are with the red border, they don't have any attunement. You have to go and play with them. Now, the best way to do that is to play strikes, gambit, or whatever. So you play 2 strikes, you'll be able to fill this up, and then you'll have this says completed. And then now, once that happens, and you can see that I can claim it. Now, to claim it, I just go here and then just apply, and I'll get the element. Now, once I get the element, then the attunement is gone. Then I can do whatever I want with this weapon. With the element, where they go towards your crafting table, and you can use them next time that you want to reshape a weapon. Like for instance, if I wanted to reshape the weapon that I have, which is the red herring, whenever the time comes, and I will have those elements available for me. Now, as an example, where those element goes, like, let me show you an example with the rocket launcher right here. Look at my red herring. And then here, since I'm in the reshape menu, so when you go here, if you were to be able to do this, you'll see the elements that you need. You need the droid element, neutral element. If you have enough, you'll be able to do that. And then if I were to do this one, and I would need some runes element, neutral element, ascendant alloy, and stuff like that. So the higher or the better the perks, the more expensive they are for materials. Now, to recap, in order for you to mess around with the crafting system, you first need to have a pattern or blueprint, what you would call it. And you also need a lot of materials just so you can do it the way you want. Well, guys, that's all there is to it. I know there was a lot of information. Hopefully you find this helpful. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys later.